Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of Doing the Most, which is the Premier League show on the channel, people. Premier League show. And yeah, we're slightly late. Probably not even slightly late. We did push the show back, but hey, it's a black host. You know what I'm saying? Black channel, black people. You know what I'm saying? We fit certain stereotypes, people. Like, it happens. So, yeah, my apologies. Big up to everyone that's locked in, though. Like I say, this is Doing the Most. It's the Premier League show, interactive show where we run polls based off the last set of games just gone. So, all we look back at is the weekend's games just gone. I will explain what the show is in a minute. But big up to everyone who's locked in. Big up to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. But whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. It helps the channel grow. Hit the like button on the video. Please make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. And that's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. You see it right there. Twitter and Instagram. Retweet a like from the Twitter, share from the Instagram, and it is rolled to 10K here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button, people. Make sure you do so as well. But let me introduce one of my co-hosts is here. Jez will be here shortly. We got Strasbourg Steve in the building each and every time. Steve, what are you telling me? You good?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Got work in like an hour or so, but yeah, I'm chilling, man.
Make your bread, man. We'll make your bread. That was not a trick question. And people, we do. You know what I'm saying? Have a very special guest making his debut on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Making his debut. I've been blessed enough. I've worked with him a couple of times on Judge Mo's channel. And one of the podcasts we did was one of the most hilarious. I'm trying to remember exactly what we was laughing about, but I was in tears. He was in tears. Judge Mo was in tears. Like, it was just one of those where every joke was just hitting. Like, Mo had to stop the show as everyone was creasing so much. You know what I'm saying? Tune Tactics TV is in the building. I like Philip. What are you telling me, my guy? You good?
I'm very, very well, sir. Thank you for the invite. I just see a blank screen. Is that how it's coming up on yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, now it is.
As it clicked in. It's all good. We can hear you.
Fantastic. I just want to say, folks, I mean, Flawless said the black time, and I'm mixed race. So part of me was here. I don't know what Flawless is talking about.
You wasn't on me. You was on time.
I don't know. I was on time.
You was on time. He was definitely on time. It was me, people. It was fully me. You know what I'm saying? I take full responsibility for it. 100%. It was on me. It was. But you lot, make sure you subscribe to Tune Tactics TV. Make sure, of course, you subscribe to Steve's channel as well.
How far are you from 10K?
How far? It is now. We've gone 9, so we're like 450 away. Like 450 away.
Come on,
so
guys.
We didn't get there, man.
Long time. You should be 10. It's gonna get there long time, quick.
Yeah. 100%. And big up to Jason for the super chat. Big up, man. Much appreciated. Says big up, Flawless. Thank you very much for the super chat, Jason, man. Appreciate it. Big up to Spoobs. Big up to Stephanie G. Eli, Barrio Malatelli. I see you in the chat as well. Let's see, football or soccer as well, who says, yo, Flawless, I died when you spent the first 5 minutes on the Back Again podcast laughing at Lewis. Blame Troops. That's all I'm going to say. That was Troops' fault because we was running jokes before he went live. Then he went live and he started creasing. So it was like, not only if you look at Lewis's face and the Sam's face, that man just looked miserable. And then him laughing just added on top of the funniness of the situation. That's all. But go check it out. A big up to you, football or soccer.
Was that today?
Yeah, that was today. Yeah. We did it earlier today. Yeah, the Back Again podcast. I got you chic with a hoodie. Don't worry, man. I got you, my done. I got you. Hey, big up to De Niro as well in the cut. Large up to De Niro every single time as well. But yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. Like I said, doing the most. So there's 5 different categories, people. So it's the most unforgettable goal, the most unpredicted result, the most unacceptable error, the most under the cosh manager, the most untouchable manager. But it's not overall from the season. It's legit. The Premier League's weekend's games just gone. So, for example, Klopp in the most, he would be eligible for most under the cosh. Of course, he's not losing his job. But again, it creates a different conversation.
For the weekend.
But what we do, people, and how it's different is we run polls. So myself, Toon, and Steve will all pick, and alongside the chat as well, will suggest nominations for each category, run polls, and then whoever wins said poll is the winner of said category this weekend. But of course, if someone super chats, then they are the winner of said poll people. But obviously, we just didn't bring in Philip over here, not only solely to make his debut, because I've been blessed enough to be a part of something he has created on his own channel, which is something different in regards to the transfer window. And was actually the most exciting part about the transfer window because it was pretty dry. But I let you explain to them it was dry. The window was dry, man. It was. It was a dry window. But I let you explain to them exactly what it was and like what you've got going on over on your channel and everything like
that. Folks, we did I don't know if you guys can see from the back of my screen, we did a video just to summarize the transfer window, and because as Flawless said, it was a very limited transfer window, hence the video. But we did a video with again with all of your favorite content creators behind me. They're representing all the top 6 clubs and Newcastle, hoping to break into the cartel. Just to summarize, yes, exactly, to summarize the transfer window, to see what you guys think, what your content creators think about what the business that you've done or the lack of business that you've done. Is it going to, in some cases, is it going to secure Premier League trophies, or is it going to make things worse? What the ratings are, and to get fans and everybody's opinions on it. And so, yeah, your man Flawless here stepped up. All the guys behind me stepped up, sent in their stuff, and like as you guys can see, we just had a good time, man. And so, come on do have a look at it. Send in your comments, your shares. There's also a prize giveaway, which is Toon Tactic hats for folks for the best video reactions and remixes or whatnot. If you don't want to do like a reaction, like show your face and stuff like that, you can do a little remix on the YouTube thing. Sending those out. We've got it also in military green. So yeah, guys, do come on, have a look at it. Your man Flawless smashed it as candid as ever. I was laughing when I saw it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to spoil it. I was laughing already. But yeah, so your man Flawless smashed it as well. Thank you, Flawless, for doing that as well. So yeah, that's it. That's the transfer window pain, deadline day reactions.
Yeah, there you go, people. So Toon Tactics TV, the link is in the title. Same with Steve's channel as well. The link's in the title as well. And as we go throughout the show, actually, when we get towards the end of the show, I'll let Philip explain again what that is for those that have missed it. But like I said, go subscribe. Yeah. I'm involved. Supporting me, go support, definitely. And I was going to say that the Toon Tactics beanie, that is fire as well. Do you not sell them?
Yeah. Them yet? It's just a recent one. Yeah. Well, It come out last week or whatnot, so I haven't even started selling them. Surprise giveaway at the moment, so yeah, for get them free while you can, essentially.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy one of them off you. I like them. Yeah, I like them. You have to send me one. I really like them a lot. Yeah, they look 100% for real. I like it with the design and the beanie there.
Do you want the military one, the military green one, or the black one? Which one do you prefer?
I was just having a look as I was on your channel, as I was tagging it. Probably the black one. But it is. Yeah. As it was tagging up, I was like, all right, let me see this. Big up Jez in the cut as well. Jez, what are you telling me, family? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. How everyone is good.
Thank you, Jason.
Obviously new week, attack the week and everything. So yeah, man, let's get into this.
All that stuff, and big up to Jason for this super chat. He says big up the Toon fans as well. Looking forward to this. Don't say we don't have big up for the super chat, Jason, and don't say we don't have representatives from other fans of other clubs, people on here. To the point where your Newcastle fans on here, Luton Town now get a segment every week on this channel. So yeah, don't say we're not discussing other people, and that's kind of like what Doing the Most is actually, because everyone gets a fair shot. Like anyone can win any said category, and conversations do. That's why I like this show, because conversations arise that wouldn't normally arise because we're just discussing the games just gone. So like legit, that's what it is. But yeah, let's get to the first category anyway, people. Let me just pull this up right here. Most unforgettable goal from the weekend. So people in the chat, give us your 3-4. If you've got 5, give us all your nominations and best goals from the weekend's games just gone. Philip, over to you, my done. You know what I'm saying? What goals stand out to you? What are the 2 goals you look and go, yeah?
I've got 7, but I'm going to reduce it down to 3 or 4. And are you looking for quality? Are you looking for controversy? Are you looking for everything in that goal?
Nah, it's just a quality goal. So you see the goal and you go, that's a bad
Trippier would be one.
What a finish or that type of thing.
I'll give you 3 or 4. So Trossard versus Liverpool, Harvey Barnes versus Luton, Tielemans versus Sheffield United, crossbarring in. João Pedro against Palace when the little back heel, fantastic.
What a good player.
Yeah, exactly. Buonanotte against Palace as well. They scored some fire goals. Yeah, so that's my guys. Buonanotte against Palace as well. So Buonanotte against Palace, João Pedro against Palace, Tielemans at Sheffield United, Harvey Barnes versus Luton, and Trossard versus Liverpool. I really like that goal. I know everyone's talking about the Martinelli goal, but they forget that the third goal was really, 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 really good.
First, what are you saying, Steve? What goal stood out to you? And chat, I'm taking in your nominations as well, and I picked the four most mentioned is what we will run in the poll. What stands out for you, Steve?
Yeah, I'd agree. The Trippier one was super. Trippier for me. Tielemans, easily, probably the best one. And I think Højlund scored a nice one as well. Højlund was decent. Fair play to him. I do rate him. A bit of a slow start, but I do. When he gets in the box, he usually does score. Let's be real with that. He usually does take his chances from many different angles as well. So,
do you know what that goal said to me, Steve? I don't know if Flawless will agree with this. Like for me, because I know that exactly what you said, Steve, about performance. Because I think partly there's an issue around him getting the supply.
100%.
I think he's saying to the other players, "Look what happens when you give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Yes.
I will stick it. Either stick it in the net or the way he took it on, like when he did the dummy. He's talking about the first one, right? The dummy, and then I thought that's a man he's on fire. Like I think a striker is exactly that's a striker who's lacking confidence, and Nicholas Jackson is just firing straight away. He did that, and I thought that's a statement.
And he scored another solo effort goal versus Galatasaray, where he picked up on the halfway line and just turned on his jets, and he was gone.
Yeah, he was good. He started. That's one thing I was critical of him was you got to start demanding the ball, and he has actually started doing that. You got to start shouting at people, and all of a sudden you start shouting at people, and you're getting the ball a little bit more.
Steve will know the story. I remember Shearer pinned Ginola to the wall. When he didn't pass him the ball. And I don't know, players need to start doing stuff like that. He needs to really rattling guys. I don't know if I'm not there live. You would know, Flawless, but I don't know what happens if they don't pass him the ball. And
that's it. Like I didn't go as far to say like you mentioned Shearer and Ginola like pinning man against the wall, but it has to be. Let them know it could happen. That's what I'd say. You know what I'm saying? Let them know it's a possibility if you continue to not pass me the ball. This can become physical. I've been saying this, you're 6 foot plus. If you start shouting at man, they're going to pay attention.
I think one of them is like 6'3", so man not even gonna. So man is not even gonna try him in the locker room. So it's like I always said, it's like obviously there's certain things in those aspects you can probably talk about, like for example, maybe run the channels a bit better. Being a bit more physical, clever. Like there's things alter, but when it comes to scoring, you guys are right. Like when he does get into and into space, he can finish. Obviously, sometimes he misses some sitters, but I think every striker misses sitter. But that's the issue. But the main issue was always the supply. But if you're staying quiet, then these guys don't take it serious. Then Anthony thinks he can do his spins on the right wing, and nobody complains about it. So
Russians still think about the club and that. So you have to like shake the boy.
Like I'm saying, don't physically like I said, don't physically put hands on man, but make them think it could happen. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, intimidation.
Yeah, and he started to do that. Like I remember when we played Newport, he shouted at Garnacho. Even in the game against West Ham, something happened that he was shouting at somebody. Wolves game, he was shouting at somebody, and it's like because these men are not. They still don't pass you the ball enough as it is anyway. So, but these men are, they're on some joke things.
100%. Hey man, you might win the FA Cup though. You're still in that.
God. And you know what? I see Man United doing that.
Come on now.
It might be another Man United Newcastle final. You never know.
Guess what? We could be winning 10 games in a row. They could be losing 10 games in a row. No one's gonna win that damn final.
Don't say that, Steve. Don't say it. Don't put it in the atmosphere.
I'm just saying. I don't have to. Oh, that broke my soul last year.
Richarlison second.
People and so how it works. I forgot to mention as well, people. If someone super chats, then that is the winner of said category. But we will still run the poll regardless. But now,
100%.
Jason here super chatted and he said Richarlison second. If someone super chats more than 199 and they pick Hoyland's goal, for example, that's then the winner. And then Jason would have to make up the difference. So it's like an auction, but we will still have the conversation. Yeah, Richarlison second goal.
Let me put
my guy De Niro as well, man. De Niro, good to see you.
on Harvey Barnes, then I'll just.
Hey, that's what people have done in the past.
I see people. Those to be fair, Chelsea don't celebrate a lot of things this season. So I see guys super chatting for Jackson Tuppence, whatever, man.
Yeah. Man, super chatting Jackson Tuppence for real.
These are the standards. You know what I'm saying? They went from like Drogba and Give Costa from to Jackson Tuppence, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh my god, yo.
I rate it though. I respect it, bro.
People do. Richarlison. Jackson's never scored a goal where you're like, what?
Jackson,
He's not that kind of player, though. To be fair,
he isn't. But it's just a bit hilarious considering the circumstances of Chelsea overall. But it's like the guy scores up his goal after he misses the first chance and the keeper saves it. But yeah, actually, because I haven't set my list. Obviously.
Say your list, fam. So I'm gonna run this.
Richarlison second. I actually wanted to say, but even his first goal, people don't.
His first goal was a good finish. It was
that was with Vika for the sport. So obviously Leon. I thought Leon Bailey's goal was good.
I thought the second, third, and fourth goals in that game was good. I thought Foden's goal was good today as well. The header. I think
he did.
Stop comparing Foden to Saka. I said that he's levels above him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
One is a left back, one is a winger. So,
no, but that's what Arsenal fans keep on. A lot of fans keep on comparisons in terms of like
they're making the dumb comparison. So we'll give you the answer to that dumb question.
All right, man, like cheek.
Look, boom, sheet now it says so $3 is more than $1.99. So,
but $1.99 sterling is more than $3, though, isn't it?
Nah, I don't think it is. I'm gonna do the maths now.
We still got the pound over the sterling, though, Steve, isn't it? Like you guys
have a look. Give me a second. This guy kind of caused controversy, you know. $3 in pounds. It's above $3 in pounds. It's £2.39. So yeah, he's above him. He's above $1.99. It's £2.39.
Oh, is
We've had to do this before. Yeah.
So this one wins it. The dollar one.
Yeah, this one $3. That's there's only like a 40p difference. No, 40p.
If you're moving the naira and that, you're gonna suffer, bro. Like,
big up my guy. Subscribe to his channel.
Somebody gonna offer like the 5 million naira or something. Oh my day.
You got cities there. You know you're Ghanaian, isn't it? You got cities.
Yeah. Now I'm Ghanaian. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's saying Richarlison.
He's gone in when he wants to be, and German when he wants to be.
Tell him, look. That man is saying, look at Giovanni Dos Santos. He's saying Trippier. That's not I'm saying. That's
Giovanni Dos Santos, he will flop at my club, but
let me see. So this is $4.99. This is where it gets messy. All right, let me just this is where this is where I struggle with it. This is where
you didn't see this comment, did you?
Nah, I've had this before, and I think they give me some purpose.
Convert it into dollars.
So no, his is $9.99. I'm gonna and $4.99, $1.99. Right. Let me see how much $9.99 is in dollars, in pounds, and then I'll know. 1 second. Hold on.
I know usually if you put in like 20 quid, you got about $25.
Yeah. So now $9.99 in US dollars is £7.97 English. So $4.99, $1.99. Yeah, Giovanni Dos Santos, you were ahead by like £1. Yeah.
But M De Niro, bro, tell them, bro.
It's a pound to $4.99. Shut up, man. This guy. It's like. Wait. Yeah, it's like 97p. Yeah. Giovanni Dos Santos.
Eli
throwback as well. That's a throwback. Jeez.
Eli as well.
That's a throwback. See, look, Bum.
He's
like said, where has Elliott still spinning looking for him? So this is now the leader. I'm gonna run the votes as well. You know what I'm saying? Sheik, you hear often enough. These lot know that I'm not best at maths. So that's why I don't do this shit. That fuck me up. Because they know I be out here struggling with that. Like, that's what it is. These man know this.
He's a center.
Real. But Eli, that's now the lead. We do actually we will run the poll as well. So I got Richarlison second goal, Hoylands, Tillemans. I need one more just to complete the poll. What we saying?
Trippier.
You saying Pedro? You saying Pedro? All right, we'll roll Pedro. because that back heel was good.
That was a great goal. And Pedro's having a
Yeah.
hell of a season. We were this close to getting
I
him.
would. Yes, we were, and I was like,
Yeah,
please.
I remember there
sign
was Fabrizio still had to here we go up with the Newcastle.
Do you know what
That's
happened? Wilson got injured. So he was meant to be, João Pedro was meant to be an understudy to Wilson, but Wilson got injured. And they said, uh-oh. And then they realized they're billionaires and then said, this guy that gets that Isak guy for 70 million within 24 hours on a private jet. So, but it shows you that their scouting network works. Like both strikers are fire. Imagine if I just Isak and Pedro. Oh my word.
Yo, that could be a nasty front too, as well.
Serious.
So,
Pedro for me has one of my favorite things about players, like they'll have a signature move or a signature thing. He can take a touch back to goal and just spin a dude and he's gone.
Fantastic.
Touch, spin, turn.
Can play across the front three as well. Can play across the front three as well.
Nasty player. Love João Pedro.
and big up to Jason for the super chat. Just before you carry on, Steve, Richarlison. So now he's ahead because he's put in $4.99, $4.99, and $1.99. So yeah, he's ahead.
I don't trust this. I don't trust
These lot will do it. You know what I'm saying? They'll figure it out for me. But it's 12. You know what I'm saying? And that it's £12 currently. That's what.
By the way, you spelled Tielemans a little bit wrong. Just to.
Oh, is it?
I think the people know.
You didn't need the I. You didn't need the I in front of the L.
Yeah, it is what it is. They don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? He's lost out anyway. They know what it is.
Talking about Richarlison. That's something actually, because I remember, I think before we started the season and I had the season prediction, I said my chance for Richarlison was getting 10 Premier League goals this season. He's already at 10 this season already with the season to go. So I think he's on 10 Premier goals right now. So he's currently on.
Who's going to get?
He's on pace currently to beat his season high in the Premier League, which is obviously 15. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta hold my hands up right now because like he's doing the job that I've been asking for the whole time. Like I don't mind this guy in the team as long as he's doing his job. And to be honest, over the weekend I thought he was one of our better players against Everton.
Just like how Luton Town are on track to get 10 Premier League wins.
Yeah, on track. How many wins have they got?
Yeah, they got 5.
Out of how many games?
21, 22?
20.
How many games they played? Luton Town. How many games have they played? You know what I'm saying? My maths is bad, but it ain't that bad. So they played. Hold up. They played 22 matches. So if they've won 5 games in 22 matches, you're not on track.
In their recent form,
what we talking about? If you get 5 out of 22,
on current form.
Your recent form is looking all right.
How many wins they? Wait. How many wins they got? You always do this Luton segment.
Flawless, the type of guy to pay for his rent and then realize that he overpaid and come back 2 weeks later saying, "No facts, no, give me my bread back." You know what I'm saying? I'm smart enough not to send myself. I send my representative. Hey, you do this thing. You know what I'm saying? When I get, you know what's crazy? Delegation.
Delegation. When I get contracts and deals sent over, anything like for Sarcasm City TV, forward it straight to my sister, straight to my big sister. Hey, sis, read through this and then break it. Give me the idiot's guy.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And if it's got any numbers, I'm like, all right, sis, you break this down. And then because she's much more intelligent than I.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man, you gotta have the lawyers on deck, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the squad there. Shout out my big sister. She a real one. A big up to Eli as well. He says, trust Ardinio for the win, baby. That move leading to the goal and making the best goalie in the Prem was absolutely filthy. And Eli's one of my dons. You know how you're trying to fuck me up? Because you could have easily just put $5 or $6, but you had to put the $5.50. You know what I'm saying? This guy did have to keep it. This guy could have kept it. At 5
you're raking
in
the bills.
He could have rounded this up or down. Now I don't even know. Right. Let's see. All right, Steve,
it's going to get ridiculous now. People are going to be doing all sorts of numbers.
So he's put $10 and $5. So that's 15. That's $15.50. Stephen and then Jason's put $4.99, $4.99, and $1.99. But now I've got to convert it and see what $15.50 is US dollars is in what's it called in UK. 1 second.
That'll be $11.97.
It's $12.86.
$4.99.
It's $12.86. No, it's £12.36.
Oh, I was talking about the $4.99, $4.99, $1.99.
Oh, see, yeah. So what was that? Is that 12? So yeah, Eli, you're just under by like 30p because you're at £12.36. So you're under by like 30p. And vote on the poll, people, as well. The poll is out. You know what I'm saying? The poll is out. Yeah, you love Reddit jokes. You know what I'm saying? I will be nobody's accountant. Run up the likes as well, you absolute crooks. Big up for the super chats as well. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want your guys to win. I'll give it a couple more minutes before we run in. Exchange rate is fluctuating. Surely depends on time imported. Yeah, we could just do it roundabout, Stephanie G. That's all I can do.
Wall Street's closed right now. Wall Street's closed right now. And then remember the guys.
12.36. You know what I'm saying? And Jason's at 12.99, so he's ahead by like 60p. He's ahead by like 60p. What are we doing? Like, exchange rate fucking you over, Eli, not me. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Hey, hold up. Hold up.
You know what I'm saying?
Plus, they got to pay the fee. Plus, they got to pay a fee for the exchange rate as well. So
yeah, that's crazy.
And they got a signing bonus. We didn't even consider that.
That's true.
Release clause.
But I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Jason's won. Richarlison. There we go. Jason. Hey, Jason. Hey. Big up again for the super chat. You're a real one, Jason. Right. So Richarlison's second goal is the winner of this category. But actual poll, Richarlison was drawing with Højlund, 43% apiece. Tillemans at 14%. João Pedro at 0%. But big up to you, Jason. All right, next one. Next category we're going to, people, is the most unpredicted result from the weekend's games just done. So we've got Everton 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Brighton 4, Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle 4, Luton Town 4, Burnley 2, Fulham 2, Sheffield United 0, Aston Villa 5, Manchester United 3, West Ham 0, Chelsea 2, Wolves 4, Bournemouth 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1, Brentford 1, Manchester City 3. Floor's yours, Stephen. What are you saying? Yeah, go on, Philip.
No, go on, Steve. Go on, Steve.
I mean, I think there's I'll throw Wolves Chelsea. That's got to be in there.
No, I saw that coming. I won't even lie to you.
I did say in my prediction that Chelsea going to lose.
They've already beaten Chelsea. Teams don't respect Chelsea. I'm telling you. Not the club, the players. I could just they look them in the eye. They just look them in the eye and they can just see it. You know,
they look at say Caicedo.
Caicedo? They're in the headlights.
It would be 4-4 for us in Luton. 4-4.
Caicedo's got that look in his eyes of please don't run at me. Please don't run at me. If you're gonna attack, just don't go my way. Go past Enzo. Go past that guy. Just not at me. I'm just not here today. I'm locking off. You don't want it. They don't want it.
Yeah.
They don't want it.
Then the only one really that was surprising would be the 4-4.
Yeah, I've got for me, I've got the 4-4 one, but I also got who was it?
Exactly.
It wasn't really too many surprises, to be honest, but
the other surprise
Brighton destroying Palace, that's not a surprise.
Before you might carry on, Eli, I seen this late, so what I'll do is we'll pick Trossard for that one. We'll still run this, but hey, Jason, if you want to pick the winner of this category or another category, that's yours. You don't have to super chat. You can pick the winner of any of the other categories. So Trossard won most unforgettable goal as Eli dropped that super chat late. Big up to you, Eli. But Jason, you can pick. Like I said, you pick the winner. It can be this category or one of the others, and that's the winner without doubt. But we're still running the same way. But yeah, these definitely. I think you saying Arsenal. I think Arsenal 3-1. I think that true say. Yeah, even though I said Arsenal 2-1, it wasn't
because the common consensus was, because to be fair, the common consensus was that Liverpool was going to get the lose. So obviously I have the 4-4 Luton Newcastle, and actually, you know what? I put Burnley Fulham because I think Fulham went up 2-0, and then Burnley made that comeback at the end. And I thought Fulham comfortably could get something there. Because it's not Sean Dyche 12 more no more. It's Vincent Kompany. He has made it. He destroyed heritage. That's what I call it.
Oh yeah, totally. No, but I'm not surprised at that result because Fulham haven't beaten Burnley at Turf Moor since 1957. So
what we saying about Brighton 4 Palace 1?
Not surprised.
Nah, I actually felt like I had Brighton beaten.
All right, what else you not saying in the chat? I'm just seeing there because man is saying Everton, Spurs, the Newcastle. Yeah, I've got Newcastle Luton. Yeah, De Niro, that's there. Newcastle Luton's there. More than Newcastle Luton. What we saying? Chelsea Wolves. That's gotta be a surprise.
Why not?
Even if you picked a Wolves win, Like we want to
No,
be
it's
like,
just-
yeah,
yeah,
we're
it's
also gonna
just-
go there and score 4.
Not
I beat them
4.
4-2.
Actually,
Yeah.
no. I think, fun fact. I think, if I'm not mistaken, obviously this Premier League weekend was 45 goals scored combined. I
Yeah,
think
there's
which
a
is
lot.
the highest.
There's a lot.
Yeah, which was I think it's the record for the most Premier League goals in a game week.
Yeah, because there was a lot of goals. And what we saying, even though we expected Villa to win at Sheffield United, it's like 5. But all right, we'll leave it.
scoreline.
No, I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah.
But Sheffield are just terrible.
Yeah,
Like, I thought.
right. I got
I was
Newcastle.
watching the game, man.
Yeah, go on. So I got before you go, Jez, I got Newcastle 4, Luton Town 4, Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2, Wolves 4. They're the 3 we'll run with. We'll run with those. Yeah, polls out, people. Go vote on the poll. Big up to Jason for another super chat. Says big up Eli. Just as much love to him. Yeah, big up to you. Like I said, Jason, if you want to pick a winner of one of these other categories, let me know. And that's yours there. I won't even run no super chats, nothing on that. I'll still run the poll. But yeah, vote on the poll, people. Most unpredicted result. Let us know. Yeah, big, like I said, big scoring. Like to me, Newcastle 4, Luton Town 4.
Yeah,
That's the
I
crazy
would have never.
That's the obvious. That's the obvious one. Like, you see with Luton Town, like when we were talking, because we were on stream watching the game, and we were talking about how Luton Town is really committed to really being front-footed, and that Sheffield United tried the same thing in some sort of way, but they don't even look organized whatsoever. So even if you go and watch all these, I generally thought Villa was going for 9 because Sheffield was just kept getting countered, and all these goals came.
Couldn't clear the ball.
Nothing, bro.
Could not clear the ball.
They're like Sheffield. They're just generally awful. So I'm not really surprised that Villa.
They actually had a few chances to score too, which is crazy. They actually had a few chances. Martinez had some good saves to make and some last minute clearances.
Yeah. So I feel like this Villa. I think this Villa result could give them the confidence for the Chelsea game. But then even then, Chelsea is
they'll beat Chelsea.
It's a dead.
They'll beat Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Chelsea were like they were bad, but they weren't gone. Now I think it's to the point where they're bad and they're gone. Like,
you know what the coach is throwing the white towel in, like, please, like, stop.
Yes.
I mean,
they're trying to tap out.
Stop. Yeah. Stop tapping out.
In a fight,
because these results are happening away from home. Now it's at home. Wolves played like they're playing at the Molineux at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Now
they didn't play a low block.
They didn't play a low block.
They came to play.
What?
I was sorry. People, like you said, people do not respect Chelsea. They say, no, let's give it a go. These guys probably gonna crumble.
They played like Chelsea aren't gonna score. They're not gonna run the midfield. Neto went for the 3rd or 4th goal. The way he went Thiago Silva. I thought he was gonna pass it. And he said, no. He's not going to tackle me. I'll go further in and do a cutback. That's disrespect, bro. It's disrespect. It's this. I thought he was going to go around like.
This reminds me of the Stephen Curry meme that I'll see on Twitter saying, "Aren't you like 39?" Don't kill me.
So. Are they playing who? What, they're playing Villa next year? Chelsea.
Yeah, in the cup.
Yeah, it's the
FA Cup on Wednesday.
FA Cup replay
at Villa.
Yeah, it's at Villa Park. Yeah, I seen the way you just said. Yeah, it's at Villa. Yeah, it's done. And when you hear all the reports coming out, I was on Shameless, and there's like reports. How true they are, I don't know, but like Poch feels he's a dead man walking. The players think that training. I think the training's a shit show.
It's a bit of a conspiracy theory, but I feel like they're doing like reverse psychology on the fans. I think he's comfortable, but they just put it out there and saying, "Yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble." Like, no,
probably.
Man. There's no way that if they lose to Villa, lose the cup final, lose heavily at City, that he keeps his job. There's no way.
Hey, like I said, bro, like you see this Pochettino guy, Kwasia. That's what I call him. Idiot. Like I said, this guy, and you know what? Shout out to Daniel Levy. Like, there's a lot of things that I criticize him for that people say I don't criticize him for. One thing I credit Levy is never going back to Pochettino, because I remember a lot of people wanted Poch back in the summer, and he said, "Nah."
I'm a Spurs fan.
Nah, they wanted to go back. To be fair, I kind of heard because literally everybody in the earth rejected us at the time, but. I respect that he went. I actually respect that he went to Celtic and said, "You know what, Andrew, come over." Nobody knew. I remember you people that said #no to Postecoglou in the summer.
Yeah, thanks.
But for
I knew he
Levy,
was going to do good for you guys, by the way, because I like watching the Celtic play.
I think for Levy that was an ego thing, like not going back. Like he rejected you, now what, he's gonna come back for you? Like
it'd be like
you know,
getting back with your ex. You look like a pussy in front of your friends.
and you're the one that broke up. You're the one that broke up.
Yeah.
Like, over, like,
No, but I think it was more so because the fans were generally also up for it as well, and there were actually, from what also came out just from the report, it was looking like they generally was considering it, and him himself as well. But then they said, you know what, we just go on complete other way, because obviously at the time I think Slot rejected us as well. Nagelsmann, the Nagelsmann thing, he never even rejected us. It just never materialized. We just left the talks. Enrique rejected us. Obviously, Slot extended his new contract at Feyenoord, and then this was
That's
like
honestly the best decision for him, Arne Slot. That's
I agree. No, because
very mature decision.
100%, and obviously now he's doing his thing at Feyenoord right now, and at the time, obviously people didn't know. Okay, who do we go? Like it legit was just, Pochettino's there, and literally the whole fan base started singing Poch's name, and then out of nowhere you heard about the guy from Celtic.
Yeah, I saw that interview coming with a couple of interviews with Pochettino, and he just reminded me of one of those like modern parents. You know, those ones where like, I don't teach my children to read and write because I think it's going to stunt their growth. Like, I want them to be imaginative. That's what it reminded me of, and I said, boy, I don't know about all this, man.
To be fair, his mom calls him the crier, so.
His mom calls him the choir.
Yes, his mother called him. He's emotional.
Yeah, because there's a story that came out a couple of weeks ago. How his mother back in the day when he was at Tottenham, used to call him. I think what was the Spanish name again? Or
La Badora or something.
Yeah, La Llorona, which means
La Llorona. Sorry,
yeah, La Llorona, which means in Spanish like the crier, because he's so sensitive.
That's his mother.
Because it's so sensitive.
Yeah, because he's sensitive. It's like, well, you can't be at a big club and be like emotional or. To be fair, Klopp is emotional, but at least he's emotional in a different way.
He's in a different as a winner. Yeah, it's different.
He's different.
And when he loses, it's like the most dignified way of losing. It's like to the very last breath and to the very last.
Whereas Chelsea capitulate. Yeah. Every team reflects their manager. Every team reflects their manager. 100%. And Chelsea reflect Poch right now.
Exactly. Mediocrity. Mediocrity. Mid-table.
Bums.
Did you see that? There was that statistic that both Poch and Potter, after 23 games, both got. I think Potter actually is 1 point better off.
Yeah, it's 1 point. Yeah, they are one. This season they're 1 point worse than last season. So it's kind of like an indictment on how bad this is. But you know what? May it continues, man. I said this, man. Let Pochettino.
Oh, defensively, Potter is clear of Poch, by the way. Completely clear.
Yeah.
The guy at least has
just the goal scoring, innit? It was the goal scoring that was a problem for Potter, innit? They just weren't scoring goals.
And content, I'm not taking over this thing. Like I think Flores' connection just went booted. So Flores will be back, people. So we're just gonna continue.
It's a Newcastle takeover right now, baby.
I'd have more chest if we beat Luton. I'll be saying that, but I'll be like,
hey, yo, bro, do you think they're staying up?
Who?
Do you think they're staying up?
Luton. They might do. They're putting up they're giving I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't looked at the bottom of the table for a long time. I'm not being bougie. I just haven't done.
If you made it, you don't look back. That's what they say.
Luton right now are 17th on 20 points. They have a game in hand over Everton right now, who are 18th on 19 points.
So yeah,
you have Forest on 21 points and 16th. Luton have a game in hand on them as well. Brentford have a game in hand. They're in 15th on 22. Palace, who I think are in some serious trouble.
And again, reflecting your manager, Hodgson's too old.
Clueless.
He's too old. He's too old. But he's too old. They pulled him out of retirement. I'm like, are you telling me he's 70 years old? Are you telling me you couldn't find someone at least 65 years old? Let alone like 40, 45? Why did you pull out of all the managers you could have had, that you could have looked for? He tried Vieira once. He gave him the shakes. He was scared about the expansive football and going down, and he wasn't willing to, to scout and get players for it. And so he went back to Hodgson. I mean, Hodgson was retired. He was watering his garden, and then you give him a call, and he's like, "All right, fine." Like, I don't blame Hodgson. I blame Parrish for that.
Yeah, like, and this is ironically, obviously we had the debate with. I don't really want to go back again if they can stay up and all this thing, because we had this debate on Lewis' channel, but I talked about it before. Me personally, I said I'm in agreement. Like, I just never felt this whole idea of, like, he did fair play to him because obviously he kept them up, but then at the same time, I'm like, this is where it should have just cut off there. Like, try to actually find something what's gonna be more of a long-term idea in terms of the manager, and then trying to build something then in that manager's idea. Like Roy, it should have just been a short-term thing. That's why when I remember when they made it long-term, I immediately thought this is not going to end well, and you kind of get into the situation we talked before as well, how Essa and Olisa, like they're literally by themselves currently trying to, I like the driving force of what keeping them up right now. And yeah, it's just when they're injured, it just looks unexperienced. Like, yeah, you still got Henderson, still go Gay and Anderson, but then everything else just looks underwhelming if these two are not in the team. And
and it shows like just tremendous lack of ambition, and just you couldn't get a younger. I mean, I remember because Ancelotti said this. That's what made me very curious when they asked him about like management, and this is when he was like back in his first year at Real Madrid, and he said that, listen, management is a young man's game. And I'm thinking, but you're Ancelotti. But him saying that made me think about it. If you look at like the top six clubs, for instance, top 6, top 7 guys, including yourselves, your managers are all young, all fit, apart from Ange. Kind of breaks the rule, but he's young at heart.
The way he wants to play football, pretty much, it's like
the way he wants to play football and the energy that he has. Ten Hag, Arteta, all those guys are young, healthy managers, and they look well. Like, so
Rob Edwards as well, young.
Exactly. I remember he said this. I remember Angelo said this when we had Steve Bruce, because I looked at Steve Bruce and I'm thinking, if I'm a young testosterone-filled player and I come on the training ground and I see Steve Bruce, am I like? Because I remember, like, for instance, Man United, I think Flawless, when he comes back, can say this, when they lost to Brentford last year 4-0, I heard there was the next training day that he ran 10K with them because he said, look, we didn't run enough. Like, Hodgson ain't doing that, bruv. Does Hodgson even do all the training programs with them? Like, does he hold the full sessions with them? Does he have?
He's just there as he's like a mascot.
He's like I feel like what he does is like mascot. It's like a, what should it call? Because the way Postecoglou, for example, does all the training, where because he has his training stuff, they do all the activities in terms of telling them what to do in training, stuff like that. Where he's all watching, and then if he sees something extremely wrong, this way he interferes and obviously talks with the players. But Postecoglou is like obviously more active with it in terms of his criticism in training or his team talks. And he's extreme well motivator. I think Hodgson at his age currently, it's like he's just there. Like, it's just there. Obviously,
I don't blame him.
And I don't blame him too. It's again, like I said, I look at more at Palace for just bringing him back to begin with. Like, I heard for the staying up thing, but it should have cut off from right there. And I feel like this is where they just messed up, in my opinion. And
they couldn't have gone for Gary O'Neill before he went to Bournemouth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
I love Gary O'Neill. Like, I think he's doing a good job
too.
At Wolves. Like, I was a fan already at Bournemouth, but then you saw how
it benefited both parties. It's benefited both parties in terms of the party.
It didn't work out, but it worked out for both at the end. So you look at it and say, you know what, you move. And obviously, people were quick. Obviously, get the likes of people. This is not me taking out of the show. I did not put Flores out of the show. It's just a Flores connection. He's still not back yet, so I have not seen a message yet. So we're just gonna talk about football.
Yeah, you guys, you're not on the wrong channel. This is Sarcasm City TV.
It's
It's not
100%.
NUFC channel. It's like this. It looks like you've got two Newcastle guys here, but we promise you, it's not. It is Flawless's channel. This is Sarcasm City TV, guys. He's just having a connection problem, and we're just talking ball right now.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I'm seeing just a couple of comments. I think one comment I saw her here from De Niro saying, I just want to say people need to start putting some respect.
100%.
Obviously,
100%.
what's you guys' thoughts on Anthony Gordon currently this season?
Stud. Probably player of the season.
Yeah, for us, absolutely, because we've had, as you know, Steve will tell you, we've had an injury with the season, and sometimes he just had to. We had like a time where we had to play 10 games in 30 days. He was there for every game, putting it out there, like just carrying the team. He's got his biggest goal contribution this year, and obviously from last year when he came in and everybody were like, "Wow, why'd you pay 45 million for Anthony Gordon? This, that, and the other." But Eddie Howe managed him so well. Obviously, people saw that infamous time when he substituted him at Brentford, and Gordon wasn't very happy. He shook his hand away. But look, he went to the Euros of England, won the Euros, was man of the tournament. And then took that form into this
preseason. He was crucial in preseason as well.
I watched him play. Exactly. It was amazing. People keep on saying Botman, Bruno, and Isak. Yes, but Anthony Gordon now makes up that spine too.
Hell yeah.
Just the way he's come in, like he's so important for us. And look, at the moment, I know it's not, and I said it a little while ago, really, that he's at least this year he's better form than Martinelli. And you know, I know that Martinelli had a good game against Liverpool. That's his first good game of the season. Gordon's been having I think he's even his record against the top 6 clubs. Scored against Liverpool, scored against Chelsea, scored against Man United,
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
and City.
I think scored against City.
And City was Isak and Gordon.
I think just this season. I don't think he scored this season against us, but I think he was there last season, right?
Arsenal scored against Arsenal as well.
Scored against Arsenal. He was there last season, but he came in out in the winter time. He didn't score. I think we'd already scored the 6 goals by that time before the transfer. I don't want to remind you about that, but
hey, you know what? You know, at the time, I didn't really
scary
care.
Times.
I didn't really care because one thing, and Steve came back. Steve came back me up with that because at that time I was living life because Conte left my football club. I didn't care. Like obviously people.
What did you favor?
Hey, obviously, I'm not an advocate of losing football matches, but when Sarr gave their penalty away against Southampton, I celebrated this shit. It was getting. All right, now Steve is gone.
He said, I think he's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah, he's probably gonna come back. Yeah, because he's not even backstage. So, yeah, like I don't know. Everybody's dropping their flies. One sec, I'm just seeing them.
Is there more comments to read out?
Because of course, yeah. I'm going through one sec because obviously I just saw Sheik asking the question to you actually. Here we go. So do you think Eddie Howe needs to go? If so, who would you bring in?
Fantastic question. So I'll be honest from the top. I'm hoping that Eddie Howe will be our Alex Ferguson. So that's my hot take, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, because I have that hot take, I'm a little bit more harsher. So my expectations for the season for Eddie Howe, at least, was minimum to get 65 points and to take us deep into the cup competitions. So far, we haven't gone deep, meaning semi-finals to finals. And obviously, we're still in the FA Cup, but we're knocked out of Champions League. Fine, it was 20 years, and we were knocked out in the quarterfinals. And it's still touch and go whether we'll make the 65 points, which will probably take us into the Euros. So I've set that challenge to Eddie Howe before the season started to make sure that I'm not just backing him because that's my hot take and I want it to win. So I'm going to stick to it. And so if Eddie Howe doesn't make that 65 points and doesn't at least get to the semi, and we'll see what happens to the FA Cup because if or whatnot. But if he doesn't, the minimum is it doesn't get 65 points, and I don't see that improvement in the team. I would want a new manager. I'd see him more as a transitional manager. But if he does make the points, I think it will be a fair assessment of where Newcastle are at the moment. If he were not to make it, who would the manager be that I would want? The reason why I'm kind of hesitant to say which one is because people always say that there's either a drought in strikers, a drought in managers, a drought in this and that, but we don't really know. This is why I'm glad Steve is here, because he watches like so many leagues and so many games around the world, and that there's so many options about the football, the options that are available to you. If I was, for instance, going to choose from the Premier League and the managers I know, it would have to be someone that's not too far from a similar style of football, but still a little bit more. I haven't really given it much thought because I'm backing Eddie Howe to do it, but it would have to be a winner at the same time. I haven't got it. I haven't got it in my mind. It's between a Tuchel and I'm not. That's the only one I can think of at this time. But I'm sure once I get off the show, I'll be like, oh, I should have said this guy. I know that Tuchel isn't popular with everybody, but at one point he really had Chelsea ticking, and I think he's a winner, and I think there's still something there for him. And sometimes maybe it's just about finding the right club for you. And I think Newcastle will be that place, and he's still a very good draw for players and clubs as well. But I'm not really. It's not something that I'm banging on the door for. I think Eddie Howe still has the qualities to become an elite manager. So I feel like I'm still kind of backing him. But like I said, I've set a certain threshold, a certain criteria for him.
No, I heard that because obviously, like you said, like obviously, I don't believe in the notion that. By the way, real quick, because obviously,
great question though.
Yeah, really good question by Cheek as well. Obviously,
what do you think, Cheek? Sorry, go on.
What's it called? Because obviously, Jan is in the chat, putting things like hashtag just out, hashtag just kick just out of football. Yeah, I'm out here literally advocating every week for City to win the league, and you doing me like this? I'm literally out here. I'm like a City fan, just in white. That's the difference. But okay, man. But now, my fault. But obviously, big up to Cheek. At least he's here to help me. Man. Hashtag just take over. Hey, what I said this already. I'm already taking over the keys at Twitch, so it is what it is. But now, about the Eddie Howe thing.
What do you think, Jez? What's your views on Eddie Howe and Newcastle? Who would be? Do you see him as a transitional manager, or do you think that we need that? We need that step up manager. What's your thoughts?
I think most people obviously have the initial thoughts of Eddie Howe as he's the guy before the guy in terms of who's bringing Newcastle to success. Like he can be somebody out here who, in my opinion, can set the foundations and then you go from there. And I don't think necessarily people who think that way are wrong, because I've never seen Eddie Howe at the highest level compete and actually win stuff to say that he could do that with Newcastle on a consistent basis. But then again, it's kind of like it depends how you want to go on about it as a football club. I always say, like certain football clubs, for example, like Chelsea, everybody knows about how Chelsea probably just validates how they should be going with the whole hiring and firing approach, because it suits them and which has brought them success for the last 20 years, for example, under Abramovich. But I think certain football clubs like Liverpool, for example, managers like Klopp fits them, because obviously what Klopp is the type of manager who will understand the passion of the Liverpool fan base and the idea of Liverpool what it should stand for. This kind of like how I look at Tottenham. That's why I never felt like managers like Jose and Conte ever fit our football club for many reasons.
I think the mistake that Levy made at that point in time, because Tottenham were playing some of the best football at the time, is I know that Pochettino was having a rough time, but I think Levy should have kept him for another year. That's you missed the boat there.
But then in the same time, it's also the issue with that was that Pochettino also was making signs that he wanted to leave. So I feel like it was always coming to the end. But the issue was how you ended up from Pochettino to then Jose, because it's just two contrasts. And then then Jose is somebody that you need to give money. everybody knows we don't spend big money like that. So it was never going to work. Same thing happened with Conte. That's why he went with the Postecoglou route now, because it fits everybody. It aligns with the families.
Did you have a sports director at the time?
Yeah, we had. It's just they're terrible. They were just terrible. No, obviously, now the people at the club, you can look at them now, and I feel like they helped them. So with Newcastle, going back to the Eddie Howe thing, I feel like it's a weird one, because it's always that second season. I feel like with managers where, let's see how you do in your second season, because first season, you like this new guy coming in, people don't know what you're about, and then second season, by then people associate you out. Also, Newcastle has been unlucky with injuries.
It's the third season.
It's the third season.
Like 2.5 years now. Yeah.
It's been like in terms of full seasons, it's the second, right?
So he had a half season, then he had another season,
and then he had the full, and now
season.
it's like his second full. So pretty much the second full season. Obviously, he had the half year when he just came in midway through. Yeah, because I'm going based off more with like the full seasons, because it's a better metric for me.
Okay.
To use. So pretty much that's why I meant with the second season, and I feel like just people want. Steve, it's cool if I can mute you for a second.
What's good?
Yeah,
he's driving a Mustang or something.
Yeah, I say like, bro, you going on fast right now, bro. Like,
I'm getting on the freaking highway. So.
Yeah, just saying like, is it cool if I can mute you for a second, because it kind of distracts me from my thoughts.
No, so about Eddie Howe, right? If I were to replace it, I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
The things that got to improve, though, like I've been saying throughout the season, in-game management, holding on to leads. And now, the newest issue, my newest pet peeve, Tino Livramento is too good to not be playing football. Because he starts at so many teams in this league and throughout. Or at least as a valuable squad contributor. Maybe not starting every single game, but it can't be a Dan Burns starts every single game. For the game against Villa, it worked because they were playing long ball over the top to Diaby. So obviously you're going to play Dan Burn there because that's just a matchup nightmare from hell for them. Which was weird because they didn't correct that the entire game until they brought on Leon Bailey. It was just strange. But that worked there. Fair play. Dan Burn was amazing. Every 5 seconds, the dude was just jumping like Dirk Nowitzki, clearing balls with his head. It was crazy. So, but with the game against Luton, you saw Ogbene take a touch, kick, run. And that's how you beat Dan Burn. But Livermento's got recovery pace. He's got recovery pace. So that's one issue I've got. But let's say we did choose to move on in the summer, like Philip was saying about the 65 points in the FA Cup scenario. I would go for a few managers. I'd look at a few. Real Sociedad's manager, Imanol Barrenechea, I really like him. 4-3-3, defensively elite, one of the best defensive teams in Europe. If you look at Real Sociedad's past few matches, they've conceded about 5 goals in their past 13 games in all competitions. They've played Inter Milan, they played Real Madrid, they've played Barca in that run, they played Girona, they've played Celta Vigo in the cup. They've played. Yeah. They've been wonderful this season. I think they could use a little bit more bark in their bite kind of thing in terms of attack. They've got so many saucy technical players. Kubo. They've got Oyarzabal. They have his son, Barrenechea, who's a fantastic player. They signed Geraldo Becker from Union Berlin, who's got pace and power, and that's something they could use in their team. So that's a good signing. Andre Silva's a decent player. Yeah. But to me, they look at football very similar. Howe and Barrenechea.
Yeah.
Possession, keep things ticking along with that midfield. It's when we're at our best, Philip. Newcastle, we are very hard to take the ball off of us.
100%.
It's very difficult. It's very 100%. Difficult. You have Zubimendi in that side as well. We could use the Zubimendi. So, for me, that would be the guy I would look for. They're in the Champions League round of 16 against Paris Saint-Germain. They're in 5th, 6th place in La Liga. They're in the semifinals of the Copa del Rey. I like the recruitment of players. They've actually done a great job, Sociedad, over the years of kind of progressing. So
that would be the guy for me if I were to pick one. If that's a realistic one. If I could have anyone, it'd be El Cholo, Diego Simeone. But I don't think that guy's I don't think that guy's ever. I think he's an Atleti lifer.
Yes.
I think he's an Atletico Madrid lifer. Because you think about it like this. Over the past decade he's been there, he is guaranteed had offers from every single top club in the world. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Barcelona have contacted him. Real Madrid have contacted him. Bayern, PSG, Man United, maybe not Man City, but that would definitely be someone that they would look into if Pep leaves. Liverpool would do with Diego Simeone. Chelsea would obviously take anyone, but of course that would be a manager. Like that guy has had offers over the past 10 years that he has turned down. So for me, I think he'll stay there for the rest of his career.
Okay, Steve. Okay, can I ask you two? Then, obviously, to keep it simple with me, I feel like if Howe stays, I think he's gonna get the next season. But then, obviously, it depends how he starts next season. So my question is, do you believe Howe makes it through the season in terms of staying in the job? Question to you two.
Yeah, I think he'll make it through the season. I was actually going to ask a similar question. I was going to say to Steve, because my main thing is I'm thinking about Eddie Howe and Dan Ashworth, because there's a healthy tension, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm worried that it's going to get into unhealthy tension between the two. I think they've got different thoughts about how they want a team to go forward. And this summer, Newcastle owners are planning to spend a lot of money. We've got big sponsorship deals. We've got players that are going to get sold. So a lot of money is going to come in. And there's an idea that there's going to be a major redesign of the squad. But is that redesign going to be in Eddie Howe's image or Dan Ashworth's image, or the image of the next manager they're going to bring in? The ideal solution might be that Gareth Southgate leaves England after the tournament and Eddie Howe takes over.
Yes.
And a manager of Dan Ashworth's choosing comes in, and then they've got a little bit more, synchronicity. But that's an ideal solution. So, and I don't know if that's going to happen. And from everything that we're getting told is obviously that they're backing Eddie Howe, and me and Steve are both pro Eddie Howe. But you're right. I think for the rest of the season, he has to show that he's the man. He has to show. I think Newcastle have to be in Europe in one shape or form, and they have to do well in the cup competitions for them to continue backing him. I don't know, Steve, what you think.
No, we gotta somehow get into Europe, bro. FA Cup is the most realistic route, but the problem is that we haven't won that cup since 1955, 56. So we don't really do trophies at Newcastle like that. So, but I don't know if we have the consistency in a league setting to be finishing 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now I don't think we'll be in Europe next season, which is mad disappointing. Albeit the injuries, of course, but I feel like we should be doing just a little bit better in the league. But all is forgiven. I don't care where we finish if we win the FA Cup. I don't care at all about that, because that shows far much more progression in getting over the line, which is the hardest thing to do in professional sports, bar none. Trophies are the name of the game. We can finish wherever we want in the league. And if you really think about it, when Newcastle, we were in those FA Cup finals in the late 90s when we had Man United, then Arsenal, or the other way around, actually. I think we finished 10th in one of those seasons.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Maybe we just got to finish 10th, and maybe we'll get in the FA Cup final. Hopefully, we won't lose it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
actually, Steve, don't talk about the trophy thing, because obviously, I literally earlier saw a question from Stephanie G, which is an interesting question, and I'm gonna give my thoughts first. But the question for Steve, Tune Tactics, and Jess: who wins the trophy first, Newcastle or Spurs? And I thought that a really interesting question, because obviously both of our clubs are in a massive trophy chart, and To be honest, if I may go first with this question, it's like I generally actually don't know, because it's always, again, I always talk about how it depends which competitions you're in. For example, if we finish in the Champions League spot, scrap that. We're not winning a Champions League next season, so that's already one trophy gone. So for example, if Newcastle get into a Conference League or Europa League, I think Newcastle would be one of the favorites to be looking at, especially if you guys have a good summer. So these are things that also matters. But if you ask me, I don't know, because I'm just so scarred from these competitions now, where NS Mora, Zagreb, then you have the cup games against the Middlesbrough, the Norwich, it's just so many. Sheffield United last season, like, I don't actually know when we're going to win a trophy. I'll be honest, I actually don't know, because I've been heartbroken too many times now. So I don't know. So I'm just saying, for the Spurs fan in me, I say Spurs. But my mind says I don't know when. That's why I feel like somehow Newcastle's going to win a trophy before us, even though it would kill me, because I know where it comes. Because I saw that West Ham banter that we were receiving from last when they won the Conference League. I was like, West Ham has overtaken us already. Like, bro, and De Niro, bro, Zagreb. This was so close from stopping football. Full stop. Zagreb, I was so close because I couldn't believe it.
Yo, their manager went to their manager went to jail.
That was crazy, yo.
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not even joking. Their manager went to jail.
The manager was in jail. One of the players also scored a hat. Harry Kane came on in the second half. Did fuck all. Like, bro, I was so close to actually quit football at that point.
Right. So exactly to that point, we've got a great question here, Flawless, and your man Jez is doing a fabulous job hosting. We're talking about, obviously, it's a fabulous, and this is why I think Newcastle, hand and heart, will probably get a trophy before Tottenham. It boils down to that exactly. But it kind of depends sometimes which trophy. But in terms of, if you don't major trophies, I think we're definitely going to get that before you. FA Cup and League Cup possibly. And this is the reason why I say it, is because of that. Because of your owner's attitude towards cups that he hasn't won in a long time, League Cups, FA Cups, Conference Cups. Why are you not going all out? Who are you to be snobbing Conference Cups? You're not Man United.
Yeah.
You're not Man City. And you're not all those. You're not those clubs. You have to, and it's the problem why he went to Jose Mourinho to get those managers. He saw rather than growing and doing something better. So, and the thing is from what I've seen from your fans, some of the attitude rubs off on them. Like, it doesn't matter if we knocked out the League Cup early. It doesn't matter if we knocked out the FA Cup early. What's that? We're gonna go Champions League. Yeah. And in my mind, maybe because I'm old, but I'm like, I can't imagine the attitude of it's okay to be knocked out the third. And my club does that a lot. But we had Mike Ashley. Yeah. Our owners want to win everything. So the way our team is set out, and part of the reason why we've got so many injuries, we played our best team, League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League, best team every time, because is to be number one, not just to be number one and to get in fourth place, but to be getting number one in every position. So the way the team and everything's been built, and the way our fans have been kind of, the message that always goes out to the fans. And I know owners have got to give out positive messages, but the fact that they're putting it out lets me know that this, at least they're trying to say, we're here to win it, everything. So that's our owner's attitude to it. The only reason it might take a little bit longer is because we don't have because of FFP and the financial stuff. Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding. That's the only thing that's keeping the tiger from the cage for you guys. Yeah. FFP is saving you guys. I don't think you understand. Levy, Liverpool, and all those guys did not want our owners to take over Newcastle, and that's why you see a lot of this stuff coming in terms of owners, directors test and stuff like that. And it's not because just the financial stuff, because you can see what happens with Chelsea. You can have all the money in the world. If you don't know how to spend it, they knew these guys, they're going to improve our recruitment. They're going to improve the structure of the team. They're not just going to go for your, shiny objects or whatnot. They're going to step up. They've already got multi-club ownership in Saudi Arabia. They want to buy clubs in Africa, in South America. We've got a global scout. So they're thinking we don't want no. And the thing is, then they have to go explain to you fans. Hold on, where's our scouts in South America? Where's our scouts in Africa? Where's our scouts in? Why don't we? In fact, why can't we? If they got clubs there, why don't we have clubs there? Don't we have the money
no
for it?
stone unturned.
Why don't we?
No stone unturned.
Yeah, exactly. Where's they have to then explain to you why the whole focus is on building go-karts in your stadium and not building academies in other. So it's not just. So you have to explain that to you. They have to explain that to you. How can Newcastle? I'll just finish because for instance, we're building programs and partnerships with clubs in Ireland. We've got all these. So we can see all these things in the background that these guys are deadly serious. Yeah. So like even this transfer window, the whole hype was around one player, Declan Rice. And I'm thinking, remember the days when, for instance, Arsenal would get an unknown player from Inter Milan called Vieira? I remember the days when even that same player was talking about building an academy in Pires, exactly, in Ivory Coast. What happened to that Arsenal? What happened to and Man United were on that course. These things have left these clubs, and now you see Brighton and not doing it, but they're not Man United, they're not Liverpool, they're not Arsenal. But somehow all these things got lost with the glitter and the glam and the money. Now the Newcastle owners have come in, and not only do they have a lot of money, but they've got brains. They've got enough brains to say, we need an owner, we need a sports director, we need a football director, we need a scouting team, we need a global scouting team, because they're not paying all these crazy prices. God had FFP has protected you guys. I'm telling you, and and Levy's there. He's there talking to the Premier League, saying, "Hey, if you loosen the reins on those FFP guys, we're going to go to that Super League." I bet you he's saying that. Liverpool did not want that. Liverpool did not want that. Yeah. So
everyone in the chat just quickly that it's all good. Yo, my Wi-Fi was playing up people, so that's why
Hey, the chat was calling at me flawless, man. They were telling me, fraud, Jess out, Jan is ulti abusing me in the chat, even though I want City to win the league, but whatever. I want City to win this quadruple if it's still possible. Yeah. But Jan is still abusing me, but whatever.
That's just Jan just a hater, but I know you like held it down anyway.
I keep saying like the real people. This is the thing because obviously M. De Niro also said something about we don't who that last time I saw Cup. With the 08, and obviously it depends who you talk to, because obviously for me I don't think it's very, because I think there's a lot because I'm seeing also the criticism that Ange that came more so because we went out of the cup against City more than I see criticism about the Everton game, even though I felt there was more criticism about the Everton.
The bigger criticism when you guys went out to Fulham in the League Cup.
Yeah, and this is the main issue with Spurs managers that I had in years. Pochettino talked about how he only cares about Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues, but he never won with us any of the Carabao Cups or the secondary third tier.
That's insane. That's like saying I'm going to get a 6-pack and it's your first day at the gym.
That's something, for example, where I maybe look. This is where something I looked at Levy and said, now your mentality should be to try and go for everything. Maybe he's not pushing this out there, which obviously clearly shows since we have not won a trophy in years. But I think that's why somebody like a Postecoglou is perfect. Even though the Fulham one, because he realized he can't trust the squad, because he tried to rotate thinking it was fine. Then he got taught a lesson, and then obviously in the FA Cup played his strongest sides. Unfortunately, we played Man City, and it was curtains already. Even though, of course, you want to hope the team wins, but then we just got outclassed, in my opinion.
I saw a lot of your fans like laughing at Man United for winning the Carabao Cup, and I'm like, you guys crazy.
I said, we ain't won a trophy in 6 years. But
that's the issue, though. Even Man United was talking about but that's the issue though. But that's the thing about football. Again, that's why I talk about. It depends who you talk to, because United fans will tell you they didn't care about the Carabao Cup, and they didn't, or they're like, oh, why are you hyping up the Cup? United fans were talking to other United fans, talk about why you're happy about winning the Carabao Cup. We should be aiming high, but United have not won a trophy in 6 years, so why should you be happy? That's why I say it's the modern day football fan. All they care, it's the modern day football fan. They really only care about being in the Champions League and trying to win that, or winning the Premier League. They don't care. Like, I'm a type of fan. I've had this, for example, already. Like, a lot of Spurs fans, I agree. they're kind of looking at the things of, okay, let's just be in the Champions League and trying to be inconsistent. I said already, if Ange doesn't get us Champions League, this is not the end of the world. Because I'm happy if we're the Europa League. Because ironically, there's a competition. I can look at us next season and say, you know what? We have probably a fair chance of winning the Europa League next season instead of the Champions League. I said this, if we get Champions League, forget the Champions League. We're not winning that shit next season.
People were laughing at West Ham for taking the Europa Conference League seriously, and I couldn't understand why. Why? To win a trophy?
It is every. This is why
I would kill.
And this is where well, hey, yo, but this is where I go back to. This is the modern football fan. They don't take these things for granted.
I agree. And the thing is, it's fear of failure, and it's fear of, it's almost like you don't want to. If I don't want to look like I'm celebrating the FA Cup because I look like a loser. My friend, are you crazy?
You'd look like a loser for celebrating your team winning a trophy. Doesn't even make
insanity. It's insanity.
And I'm glad Flawless is a Man United fan that you're saying that, because you've seen more.
I've seen everything. The thing is, I celebrated it all. Like, people act like there isn't. Of course, there's a prestige when it comes to certain trophies.
Of course,
Premier League and Champions League. I look at their top tier, their number one tier. Second tier to me, I look at the FA Cup, Europa League. Then third tier, you look at the Carabao Cup. Then you have to look at it as where it's, oh well, we're Manchester United, so we should be. No, we're not set up to win the Premier League and Champions League. If we're not set up to win the major trophies, why am I looking at what we are set up to do? Is win the second and third tier trophies. Because as bad as we've been over the 10 years, we've won two Carabao Cups, we've won one FA Cup, and we've won the Europa League. So in a 10-year period, we've won 4 trophies, and that's been ran terribly. So imagine we was actually ran a little bit better.
Exactly.
Like, we could have easily picked up. We should have won more.
This is the criticism that I give to. This is the criticism I give to the other managers who were here outside Conte, because he was obviously in the Champions League. But then again, also I give Conte criticism because people give Ange obviously the crazy talk about going out to Man City. Conte went out to Sheffield United last season against Kane. Was playing. People forget Kane was playing for a good amount of times. Son was out there too with Charleston. Everybody was playing, and he went out against Sheffield United. I saw, and Conte went out against Enes Mora in the Conference League. People don't want to talk about that.
That's a Slovenian team. Slovenia.
But that's what I'm saying.
At the time, Enes Mora was the lowest ranked European team in terms of being in Europe. It was the lowest ranked team, and Conte didn't take. That's my biggest issue with every Spurs manager. But all these managers, whenever it was Conte, Mourinho, or even Nuno, or even Poch, for whatever reason, they always squad thinking at the beginning. You know what? I can rotate. Don't learn, and then we got out of the cups. And I think this is what I'm happy that, even though it sounds kind of crazy that I'm saying this, I'm kind of happy that he realized against Fulham, I can't do this whole rotating thing here at Tottenham, so I have to play my strongest team against. And this is what he was trying to do in the FA Cup. Unfortunately, we just went up against City literally the next round. I think that's why for me That's why for me the second season, this is where I'm kind of like, okay, let's see which competition we are going to be in, which European competition. If you're in the Europa League, I'm looking at thinking for a good window to win it, because I remember Joseph in that season when he had the summer. I thought we should have won the Europa League in that year, and it was realistic. And we should have, in my opinion, but things happen, whatever. And with Postecoglou, I look at this next season as like, things. I mean, I don't want to go because it's going to be a dialogue forever, and I don't want to extend it forever. But point is, with Postecoglou now, he knows who are the scrubs, who are not the scrubs, and if something similar like this year happen next year, I'm going to be very critical about it. I'm not going to be like, but we're still in for a top 4 race. What is top 4 race going to bring me? Because we're not going to win the Champions League. We're just not. So it's like, I'm happy being in the Europa League. Or fuck it, if we somehow. But this is the issue with my fan base. They will cry about that we don't get Champions League. They will cry about it. But that's like,
they will. It's like winning, just like win a trophy. But before we continue, big up everyone locked in. Make sure you run up the likes because the man have been holding it down. I wasn't to this chic guy. No, I wasn't talking to my babes. This guy Egypt. My wife.
Jan put the Nazi out there. You're feeding your kids.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't got no kids. This is the crazy part. You're the one with kids, but we move. You know what I'm saying? I got no youths. I got no babes. Let me just clarify that. Make sure you subscribe to
disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. I just have to clarify these things. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. So make sure you subscribe to Philip's channel, 2 Tactics TV, Strasbourg TV. Links are in the title. Like I said, my whole, you know what I'm saying? The Wi-Fi decided to reset by itself, so that I had to reset it. It was flashing red, then flashing green. But I got a pattern, so that's why I'm back, people.
right.
So we won't
That's
get
right.
back. We won't get back to the show, but I knew the man them would hold it down anyway. So next category, people, is, you know what I'm saying, most unacceptable error. So it's and no Joe, I don't have no side chicks, because to have side chicks, I need to have a main chick, and I have neither. But yes, most unacceptable error, people. Most unacceptable error, it must have led to a goal for the opposition, people. And if a player gave away a penalty, and that penalty is then converted, then that is a potential winner of said category. It's eligible for it. So most unacceptable error, always my most favorite category of the show. Yeah, go on then, James. Most unacceptable error. Let us know in the chat, people.
Before I go there, there's an honorable mention from Stephanie, who was saying most unacceptable error is Flores for his performance just now for the last half an hour. Shout out to you.
That's pretty good.
I'm glad that you finished that sentence. I was like,
just like,
yeah, what?
But
that's good.
That's
good. I can't lie. That's good.
But the errors, I put obviously Alisson and Van Dijk. Hey, the Shaka brothers right there. Oh my days. But Saliba was also
Saliba's one.
Then also Caicedo not being able to have a first touch, criminal. Yeah. But, hey, he was. I was back early on the tape. He was looking like a 5-year-old out there. I don't know, but
you see what happens when you got Maddison in your midfield. You can talk real greasy nowadays.
I got first. Come on, bro. Don't give me no.
He's walking around like he's got 2 chains now. Like
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business, bro. Hey.
Stay on business, yeah.
And obviously, I think the number 5 for Brentford, who was trying to, he tried to clear the ball, but then he just put
it was Pinnock.
Pinnock.
And there was another one. What goal was it? The Burnley Fulham game, the first Burnley goal, and it's been crossed into Datro Fofana. Where's the
Trafford?
Yeah, was it Trafford? Where's the goalkeeper going?
Yeah. I don't have any
goal.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I think it was the goal Burnley scored. So it was the Fulham goalkeeper. Yeah, it was I was saying not even Trafford for that. I was talking the Fulham goalkeeper for the Fofana goal. The first one come out. Yeah, Leno's come out for the cross. He's got nowhere near.
Yes.
I looked at it. I went, "Where are you going?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you off your line? Like, stay on your line. Yeah.
Are you Onana in disguise? Onana in disguise.
Facts.
Hey, by the way, what's it called? People are saying
this is big facts. My Wi-Fi definitely gets honorable mention.
Hey, honorable mention,
100%.
What's it called? Also, people say
big up to
I see someone say Vicario. I see somebody say Romero. I wouldn't say these two because they weren't indirectly. You could make arguments saying that they should have made better, but these two incidents didn't there weren't errors. Like they were like Caicedo, for example, that's an error.
Yeah,
because how can you not? Well, just have a first touch, and that goal never happens. Like, but yeah, so I wouldn't say those two. And
probably for us is Burn because he fouled.
Penalty.
And the guy was running into 2 Newcastle players. I don't see the reason to pull him back. Like just let him run. Like so.
I think he was so panicked because of how quickly
he was panicked. And the thing is, that's what the fans were panicking him. Alan Shearer said this. I don't know if you saw it, Steve. Like because I think he went to a charity for Alan Shearer afterwards, and Alan Shearer said, "Yeah, I saw he came on time." And I said to him, "Pity you didn't show up for at 3:00." And I was like, "Oh, bro, you're a legend. How can you be killing?" He thought Shearer was funny to tell that story. I was like, "Bro,
you
killed him. You've just." So now I'm going to be looking at him at Nottingham Forest game, thinking, "Yeah, like this is."
All I gotta say is free Tino
And it's Harvey Barnes season, baby.
Which one are we saying is worse? The Dan Burn one or the Gusto one? Because they are both very similar.
Hey, you know what? Hey, people don't talk about it. Gusto got cooked on that possession.
Yeah. This is what happens. Gusto started off well, but this is what happens when you're in a not a good team. That just we're seeing the demise of Gusto.
Facts. Because I'm like, why did you make the challenge? Just don't let him go.
When you're watching Chilwell, you're thinking.
Hey, this is my
Gusto. The Chelsea agenda will go Gusto and Kai.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Eric Dyer used to be in the starting 11. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. You just make it everybody worse. And then what's a genuine thing where like, okay, maybe 1-2 games Dyer and the new centre back looks good. The new centre back after a week, after a month, looks like Dyer out there. Like, bro, I'm convinced when you play shit players, even the good players end up becoming somewhat shit because you just it's like a disease.
It's because you're overcompensating, and obviously it's deflating as well when you see man do dumb.
It's nonsense, bro. Like I said, if I see Casillas doing their first touch on Sunday league, bro, I'm just like, bro, get yourself substituted some shit.
I'll be smart as a midfielder. I play midfielder. Don't ask for the ball there. You know what I'm saying? What you asking for? Don't ask for the ball. You better play that down the line.
Root won that shit, bro.
I've done that many a time. Many defenders and fullbacks like, don't pass me the ball like that. Just play that down the line, man.
Watch Fernandez now against Aston Villa. You're gonna see something. You've never seen before.
They're gonna be running them. They're
gonna run them boys. I'm telling you.
For real. But people vote on the poll. Poll is now out, people. So we've got some good and acceptable errors. Van Dijk and Alisson. We've got Saliba. We got Caicedo. We got Gusto as well. Currently out in the front. 88% currently Van Dijk and Alisson. You lot are crooks.
I just got a face of Gusto. Gusto's face in my head after that happened. He's like. I'm like, bro, this is it. Welcome to.
It's a penalty, man. I was saying, what are we talking about? Don't make the challenge. You should have just let him go.
You might miss actually. Like
you should have just let him go, man. And if you concede, you concede. You just keep it stepping. But you lot vote on the poll anyway, man. Run up the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the Mandem as well on the channel. Links are in the title as well, people. Yeah, man. Like run up the votes. You know what I'm saying? All you lot in the chat. And how many likes are we on as well? Let me double check this. I don't even know how many likes we're actually on, but it's not enough, people. It's not enough. And Prime, I see you in the chat. You're an absolute crook. But big up to Prime. 42 likes. Hey, that's decent actually. There's over 40 of you lot in here at 42 likes. Good conversion rate, you lot.
Good going.
Very good conversion rate. So what we saying is the worst out of these lot. It is Van Dijk and Alisson's though. That is the worst
like I'm sorry. Especially of the level, the caliber of players, the caliber of players that we're talking about here. Like. That's why I said to my fan base, like, okay, we call you the shit on the corner, but don't look like that. Like the best keepers make mistakes too, and I don't know where Alisson was probably still trying to figure out where he was trying to run to, and I don't know, bro. These two right there, I don't. Because
they look like the Chuckle Brothers out there.
Like the Chuckle, it's like watching the Ayew brothers right there, just messing up the country. Like I was saying, like I don't even want to think about it. Like, see, that shameless guy. I am Joe. The
Ayus?
No, Andre, bro. That guy has a cheek to put an apology. That guy had the cheek to put an apology video out there a week later. I said, like, I'm only accepting this video if you retire from the national team.
Honestly, if I was a player, I'd never put out an apology for anything.
100%. I wouldn't.
Honestly,
I'm just like, I'm pulling up to the next game and just drop a masterclass, and then everybody's.
It happens. I'd be like, bro, I'm human, bro. I don't know, like, unless I did something intentionally, like nuts, like I don't know, failed a drug test or something. I get it, but when you're making errors, or you haven't had a bad game, like. No one, like, especially in social media, no one cares, and they just use it against you anyway for the next game. Wasn't there like a period flawless last year or something like that, or when Man United like put out an apology statement, but then they played badly the next game after that.
Yeah. Too many there's more statements than wins, man. I'm tired of apologies, man. How about you show it on the pitch, man? How about you show it on the pitch? Right, that's what we need to do. Show it on the pitch.
Oh man.
So Van Dijk and Alisson, I think, are they the winners?
Yeah. They've won. Yeah, super chat from Jason. Anyway, they would win the poll, but yeah, it is. We'll get to the next category, people. We'll get to the category. So, most untouchable manager from the weekend people. Again, weekend games just gone. So, if a manager lost outside of a super chat, if a manager lost, he's not eligible.
So
it's a manager who must have won, or you know what I'm saying, a manager won, or he got a surprise draw. So yeah, Guardiola, you could say Pep. Yeah, Guardiola's eligible because he won. He's won, so he's eligible. Okay. So it's only if a manager lost. If a manager lost, he's not eligible for this category. So for instance, Klopp, you know what I'm saying, for example, wouldn't be eligible for this. Or
all the guys who won then, all the guys
that won. So we're basically looking for who got the four that got the most impressive wins.
Yeah, true. If it's true, but it's an impressive draw.
If it's an impressive draw. So for instance, Rob Edwards going up to you lot and getting a draw.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Whereas say, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, say it's
Everton and Spurs 2-2.
Yeah. Like say De Zerbi beating Palace.
Well, Eddie Howe going 4-2 down to Luton at one point and then getting the goal back. Well, I don't know which one's worse though, going 4-2 up and then losing and going 4-4. I don't know.
We conceded 3 straight goals to them, bro.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, like, bro. Nobody was going into this weekend thinking there's gonna be an 8-goal thriller at St. James.
Yo, I think it was an 8-goal thriller.
And you know what? Someone had the cheek. Someone's on the social media had the cheek to say, "Yeah, and they put in the result we had against Arsenal like years ago when we finished 4-4. Goes, what's the difference between that and this? I'm like, bro, like.
all I'm saying is, this is the type of result. This is the type of result where I look at Twitter and there's some freak on Twitter putting a post of him betting a day before 4-4 at Luton Town versus Newcastle. This is the type of result it is. So Rob Edwards 100% deserves to be in there.
I think
let me actually think. Like, you know what? I know who I'm gonna put in there. I hate to say it, I think Arteta deserves to be in there.
Yeah.
That's a shout. Hey, let's go with the chat nominations in the chat, people. Arteta's a shout though.
The most hated manager, but by his own fans. That's Arteta. Like, never seen. I've never seen it. I've never seen the, and I understand why. Maybe because I've never seen the fan base succumb more to banter on social media than Arsenal. Like when I saw them walking out of the stadium when they lost to Brighton last year after 70 minutes or 80 minutes, I thought this isn't because your team's playing bad. It's because of all the stuff you guys hear outside the game, and you're just walking out and you're thinking you're Real Madrid. You're not Real Madrid. The bigger thing would have been to do, yes, they're playing badly, but they've played 80-90% of the season well. Cheer them on to the end of, like, show some heart for your team. And just make it look fragile and that. The team look fragile. Like fire drill settings, like in Emirates. Like I was like, bro, is that all it takes? Yeah. So look, I think Arteta for me is definitely the most untouchable. Well, him and Guardiola.
So you got so I've got I'm looking here. So Arteta is definitely a shout. I think Emery for winning 5-0. Yeah, Sheffield United, but winning 5-0, I think you definitely have to be on the poll. Gary O'Neill, even though Chelsea are poor, it's still an impressive result for them. I don't think, even if people predicted win, like no one expected him to go there for.
And you know, Gary O'Neill goes on Gary O'Neill goes on Sky Sports and tells everybody his tactics, and still they can't beat. They still can't beat.
We have to give obviously Ten Hag some credit. Last 2 games.
Go on, yeah. Go on. Yeah. I throw Ten Hag on the poll. There we go. Ten Hag's on the poll too. You know what I'm saying? There you go for you shameless lot in the chat.
Hey, it's another win in the weekend. Comfortable win. West Ham
at home. This is how far we fallen, yo. Beating West Ham at home is now. That's a thing. It's noticed. Yeah, City beat Brentford 4-1 away, and no one's not mentioned anything. It was just.
That's the standard. That's the standard.
And that's a very impressive result.
That's another weekend.
It's another weekend. But we beat David Moyes' West Ham 3-0. Oh, jeez.
I remember.
Get the red panties out.
Hey, Mohamed Kudus, stand up. Stand up right now, Mohamed Kudus, because how are you letting those free kids here steal your flow like that?
Yeah.
Hey, next season, Kudus, I'll need a revenge there. You need to revenge yourself, bro, because you can't make these. One of them is your own countryman. Like, Kobe's middle name is Boateng. That's Ghanaian right there.
He's gonna play for England, though. He's gonna play for England. He's gonna play for England, brother.
To be fair, I hope he does because we're gonna ruin him. But hey, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a cheeky menu.
Have some pride, man. Don't say that. I hope he does. How can you say that?
Because to be fair, because I take advantage of the fact that I'm a half German as well, so I switch when I want to. But
yeah, just be flag switching all the time. Janae, big up, and hey, Jason, big up to you for having some decorum. He says, I know it's based on the weekend gone, but 2-1 away to Everton in the FA Cup and a 4-0 win versus Brighton. Brighton followed up by a 4-4 draw away to Newcastle. Big up Rob Edwards in general. Winner of the category. So yeah, all you 10 hard guys, hold that. You know what I'm saying, Jason?
If you guys realized, obviously, Spiegel Cheekman, half German, half Milkman.
Big up Janae, I see you as well, man. No stress.
But you guys realized, because obviously, whole Twitter is quote tweeting those Luton accounts after post match when Edwards does his interviews. I'm telling you, and then one of his latest video, he has this wedding ring on. So his wifey must have told him something like, "Put that ring on, and put those people away from you," because like it wasn't getting.
No, the crazy part is he's probably been wearing his ring the entire time. That's probably
because like it was evident like this time around. Yeah, I need to show my ring to know that I'm already taken. Like it's crazy, bro. Right? Like low key, people are starting to rate him because he's good looking. I have a feeling. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy, bro. It's getting crazy. Like
maybe he's good enough looking to manage Real Madrid.
Go on, Steve. I knew you was gonna add to the pause with every stuff. You always go and add to it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, you had the whole load of it, man. Pause.
Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I don't know what's going on the poll, people. I just want to clarify, as always, on Sarcasm City TV. Oh shit, where is it? Here we go. 1 second. Here we go. All the views expressed by panelists in Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much. Just for clarification. I'm saying, just for clarification, people. You know. Hey, yo, yeah, it's right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you lot run up the votes, man. Currently, even though Rob Edwards has won this, Arteta at 15%, Emery at 15%, Gary O'Neill at 23%, Ten Hag at 46%. You jokers. I'm so glad that.
Wait, why are you putting the button on? Why are you putting the button on?
Because of what you and Stephen was saying. That's why I pulled the button.
I didn't say anything. And obviously, Joe is right. That wasn't even the worst thing I said this year. And this week. And it ain't even. The last one wasn't even a pause thing. The last one. What? I don't know, man. Like I said,
bro, they're overreacting.
You can say worse than that.
They're overreacting.
Just can definitely say worse than that.
I say a lot of.
That's why when people say, "Oh, I'm not," like when people say, "Oh, I've said bad stuff on there," I swear, I'm like, "Yo, there's plenty of stuff that's been said worse on this channel. So much. It's absolutely If we picked the top 10, it'd be crazy.
Times when people didn't believe me, I'm black, and I had to.
I had to clarify to people that Jez is black. Like I've seen Jez, he's black. You know what I'm saying? Like just to clarify.
But I thought you said he's half of a German.
You but you can still be black and German though.
Hey,
You're on
Boateng.
Exactly. Like don't say I'm like African black, but with like a German passport. Born in Germany.
Basically, he's flag switching, isn't it? Whenever he's ready, but he is black. I can clarify
I can relate, but I can get it. My mix is different to yours, though.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your going? If you don't mind me asking, what's your mix?
I'm half Ugandan, half Russian.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
okay.
That's cool.
That's an interesting mix. So is it like one like mum side Russian and then dad side Ugandan type thing? Is it kind of like that? Yeah.
Vodka and Coke.
Yeah, that's
that took the floors out right there.
Out here, bro. Out here.
That's brilliant, yo. That is a one, yo. That is good. Yo, some jokes slap yo. The vodka and Coke is hilarious. I'm sorry. That's good. That's good, man. That is good. I fuck with that. It is. You know, a joke is on my life. Right, let's get to this last bag.
You only get this at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, facts, man. Sarcasm City TV or wherever you are in the world, people.
Prime as well, man. The guy in the chat, Gallagher's Prime. Ironic. ironic, man.
Right, let's switch it. Last category, people. Most under the cosh manager. So this is a manager. Obviously, if they lost, they're eligible, and obviously, if they drew a game they was expected to win, they're also eligible. We already know who's their surefire because he always seems to be under the cosh. Mauricio Pochettino, without doubt.
He's Posh. His name is Posh.
Yeah, like
magic,
is always there.
I think it's between Posh and
What else you saying?
Klopp.
No, it was between
Klopp's
Poch and Hodgson.
Yeah,
Hodgson's a shout. Yeah, Hodgson's a shout.
Wilder.
Hey, we put the Klopp in there anyway because this was
Chris Wilder.
Yeah, Klopp's there. He lost.
Why Company isn't under the cosh?
No, the guy.
He managed to get a draw. That's why
he did.
Okay.
It's more based on this week alone, not like overall.
We just do the weekends games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hodgson and Poch for me, really.
Hodgson, Poch.
So
I've got Klopp, Poch. I've got Hodgson. Yeah. Have you got any more? Need one more? Let us know in the chat what you lot saying. I've got Klopp. I've got Poch. I've got Hodgson. What else we saying?
Get Klopp to win it just for the gigs, just for the giggles.
Yeah, they probably are. Hey, big up Sunshine in the chat as well. And man, flawless. I told you it's all about the master plan. I'm with you, man. I'm Poching. Yeah, keep him at Chelsea, man. Keep him at Chelsea. It's great.
Poching, man, like see, Poch was gonna win it because those Chelsea fans was just gonna vote for Poch, man, in here. I
wonder why they would vote for.
Like I said, these guys would.
Why.
And the thing is, there should be. There's some content creators that got them believing that Poch was the guy, and
and he's definitely
I told them in the summer, Poch is not that good.
He's not the guy, bro.
I didn't expect him to do great. But I didn't think I thought he'd do well.
I told people in the summer, like, people would tell me, you salty. We took your best ever Premier League manager. All right, man. Hey, you know what? Chelsea, man, if you win the cup final, imagine you could say to Tottenham fans, your best ever Premier League coach has won a trophy in his first season with us. You should be grateful that Poch got you over final. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You lot vote on the poll anyway. Most under the cosh manager, we've got Klopp. And it's from this weekend's games just gone, people. So we got Klopp, we got Poch, we got Hodgson. They're your three options. Go vote on the poll, people.
Vote for Klopp. Vote for Klopp, Jordan. Why are you voting against the manager? Like, this is what I'm saying. Why you should be backing your manager to the end of it. To the end, man.
Back your manager.
Back the manager. Prime, don't send Prime the link, man. I seen the guy already slandering Poch earlier, and weirdly he was going out. Yeah, you should go to the Cashley stream. You should go to the Cashley stream and go to the Reece James. That
was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, but Brian really hates Reece James, man.
It's got to be Poch because I know that it's just not just about this weekend, but making Reece James captain when the guy's never there. Really, actually, no. You know what? No. I'm gonna say. What's that guy? Captain of Brentford, not captain, manager of Brentford. What's his name?
Thomas Frank.
You know what? Making Ivan Toney captain after he's been away for 7-8 months. Whoever the captain was before that must be vexed, bruv. Like,
I think it's because the captain was Mbrama, and he's injured.
Is there not a vice captain? Isn't there?
I think that's the thing. I think Tony was the vice captain before the. That's why, and I feel like all of them are still cool with Tony, and obviously that's why
they shouldn't be.
It's still the. He
goes out of his way to go on social media to let everybody know that how much he's about to go. Like,
it's kind of wild. Like, he pretty much tells you, I'm just here for the next 6 months.
He's violated that whole club, and Tom. I can't imagine everyone at Brentford is happy to see this. Like,
but at the same time, you got to be happy if he keeps him in the league.
And that's where I was about to go. I feel like they kind of know that they need to keep him to stay in the league because now they're actually looking competitive to get in these matches. And
I think you gotta have some self-pride, man. No matter what, like, you gotta have some.
In
some way short. That's like the guy that won't leave his chick after she disses in front of his mates and all that. Oh, but she's so nice though, bruv. Like, she's so pretty. It's a bro, bruv.
See, in no situation, bro. See, this is
a bro match. Hey, yo. Hey,
That's not Ayo. That's not Ayo.
He's trying to call.
That's like that's that's wisdom. That's
It's Flores, you there?
Yeah, man, I'm listening.
Okay, I thought
He's
you were
frozen,
both.
bro.
I
was trying to figure out if it was an AO, to be honest. You know
because I was thinking real quick with the Tony thing. Because
bunch of men touching each other, bashing.
Wait, what?
All right. Relax.
I'm not gonna go.
Relax,
What do you mean relax?
I'm not
You want an explanation, big dog?
I didn't want. No. I never asked for an explanation. You just chose to offer one. I didn't ask for an explanation. I said I was trying to figure it out.
To me, isn't it?
I didn't. You know what? When it comes to these conversations, anything pause worthy, I don't need any help from you. You know what I'm saying? You're my dog. Got nothing but love for you. You're my guy. But no, I don't need any assistance or no explanation. I can figure it out by myself. All right?
Before
you're my guy.
Before you go, yeah. I'm sorry because I'm getting obviously Sunshine FC. Now you should have been here earlier. Flores was gone for like a half an hour, and I had to take over this. So yeah, that's why I had to double check it. But no, you see with the Tony thing real quick though, because actually in normal scenarios, I actually agree with you too. It's just that I think they're like, we don't want to get relegated, so we taking all these shots from Tony until you know what is as long as you keep us up, we don't care.
But you risk destabilizing the whole team. Like imagine, like I don't know, if, like for instance, Flawless, you got like 3 or 4 employees under Sarcombe City, and one of them did something dirty, like financial issue, robbed the whatever, went away for 8-9 months. You forgave him, came back, and whoever was the senior manager then said, "Oh, do you know what?
He's the guy." Yeah,
he's the guy. He's back."
But it's also because you have to consider how much money they're just getting from just staying in the league.
Even the Flawless, like
I don't know, it's a weird scenario. I think
the team is like, this is dead.
I get it. How I would look at it, because I get what you're saying, because you're not what you're saying is not wrong whatsoever. How I would look at it is, I know this man can help us stay in the league. So from a footballing perspective, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna work, but like outside of that, like I don't.
It's fucked up. Yeah,
you got to convince your other guys though. You've got to convince the rest of the team.
You have to, because that's how I would look at it. Forget whether me and you are cool. Forget whether I like your personality. Can you help us win? Then I look at it, because you don't need to do that. You want your move, cool. I fully get why you want your move. But you don't have to diss us in the process of trying to.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue. Like you can, it's like just certain things. Can you just stay behind? You say, I want to leave the football club. Yeah, but you know what? Okay, you know what? We're gonna. This is what I think Brentford was gonna do. If they get relegated, he's obviously gonna leave. But if they stay up, I think they're just gonna sell him in the summer and say, you know what? We just cutting it off there.
He's a Chelsea player.
Thank you. I think he's going. Chelsea are going for.
I'd rather him go Chelsea. I hope he don't go Arsenal.
I'd rather him go Chelsea.
I don't know. I feel like they're going for Oshman, that Nigerian bum man. But
he's not.
That's just my bias with the Ghanaian thing. But,
let me get to the super chat anyway before we close out the show. Jason, Sean Dash, big up for the super chat again, Jason, man. Big up for all your super chats, much appreciated. Says Sean Dash, 1 win in 10 and more goals scored this weekend gone than the previous 5 games combined. So the winner, even though he's not on the cat, even though he's not even on the poll, Sean Dash is the winner of the most under the Cush manager. However, Poch was the winner with 54%. Hodgson got 31%, and Jurgen Klopp got 15%. But again, make sure run up the likes on the video. Make sure you do that, whether you're watching this live or watching this back. Make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to Toon Tactics TV and Strasbourg Steve. Both links are in the title. Opens up new tabs. And Philip, for those that weren't here at the start, let them know again. Obviously the lovely backdrop behind you, and what was your whole plan with the transfer window? Well, what you did, I should say.
Guys, we did a fantastic transfer window deadline day reactions of all of your favorite content creators, including my guy Flawless. He represented Man United. You guys need to tune in. He did a fantastic clip for us, and essentially rating your club's transfer window or lack of a transfer window and what it means in terms of the success for your club, whether you're going to win the Premier League, not win the Premier League, trophies, no trophies, and everything on top of that. And as you guys can see, we've got all the guys we've got Harry Scarr from Tottenham, Winter Surfer from Chelsea, Fosley represent Liverpool, myself from Newcastle, because we're going to be in the top 6. So we're here. And obviously our guy Sicilian Guna for Arsenal. So yeah, it's also it's got a fantastic prize giveaway for these Toon Tactic hats. This is a special edition one with Toon Tactics TV. Otherwise, the other hats have Toon Tactics on it. There's a military green version as well. So prize giveaways for best video reactions as well as video remixes if you didn't want to go on the video yourself. So yeah, sending those those out to you. Send one over to your man Flawless as well.
Yeah,
so
man,
yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. So tune in, guys. It's less than 20 minutes. But it's great content, fantastic content. So tune in. It's on my channel, directly on it. So yeah.
There you go, people. Toon Tactics TV. So make sure you go subscribe over there. Especially if you're a Newcastle fan, you should be over there. But if you're supporting Sarcasm City TV, make sure you head over there, man, and check out the great content that man are putting on over there as well. But this has been doing the most. Like I said, my apologies on being gone, but my Wi-Fi is just, we decided to play up for whatever reason, but we moved. But big up Jason again for another super chat. Hey, much appreciated.
Smashing
I have to, man.
He's
Even
killing
though you
it.
said never a problem with the super chats, Jason, I still have to say big up regardless because I appreciate it. Whether it's $19.99 or whether it's $1.99, I appreciate all the super chats. So I appreciate you dropping all the super chats during the show and this one as well. He says never a problem with the super chats, mate. Love the content as always. Cracking content, put cracking in capital letters. Can't wait for more. Hopefully with the same / similar panel. Hey, you already know, man. We always go patterning. We always add in. Like Manchester United might have had a dead transfer window, but we always add in over here at Sarcasm City TV. You know what I'm saying, to the panel all the time, man. I made moves in January. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I signed up people. Yeah, man. Big up. We have Tony Claude join the Arsenal lot. So yeah, definitely you will, of course, see Philip on here again. And obviously Jez is a regular on here. And of course, Steve is a regular on here as well. So you already know what that is, people. So yeah, man, we're gonna continue to keep the content rolling without doubt, man. Like even today, obviously, Mandem United podcast. So got that coming up, Mandem United podcast, 4:30 p.m. UK time, talking all things Manchester United with the gang. And then midnight,
I love that podcast, by the way, guys. I learned so much about Man United when I'm watching that. You guys are fantastic. So much from it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. And then Manchester United, Manchester City show, people. So I got a Manchester City representative making, is it his debut on the channel? I believe so. So yeah, I'll have a Manchester City fan making his debut on the channel. Yeah. So it'll be a Mandem United, Mandem City. First ever. You know what I'm saying? Crossover.
All the Man City fans are so relaxed. That's like they're just, because they know. Just shaking their hair and just like, it's cool. Like
I'm just surprised you have a City fan coming on. Like that's the biggest surprise.
Yeah, but we go. So yeah, making his debut on the channel. So yeah, Mandem United, Mandem City. And then also just check out the upcoming live stream schedule. And then Saturday, we've got a new show as well, people popping up. Saturday, a new show you lot are going to like, trust me, man. Saturday. Premier League podcast, the Yardman edition. It's going to be fun. Yes. Trust me. You lot are going fuck today. You know who's on there, Jersey. I got two, you know what I'm saying? I got two Jamaican content creators, like you lot know it's going to be fire. If you've watched the channel for long enough, you know who
Make sure you put the subtitles underneath, yeah?
Yeah, I will have to explain to certain people because people don't understand it. I'll be like, this is what he means by that. And in regards to you, joke man, Sheik saying when is the one-off podcast? That's another show as well. The next one of those is Valentine's Day, and there is a name change as well. So it's not called the one-off podcast no more. It's now called the Sarcastic and Savage podcast. That's what we changed the name to, and you'll get that Valentine's Day, people. So you will get that show. Valentine's Day.
You said it's on Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day special, yes.
Yeah. So because you know it's here because obviously.
Go on.
I'm gonna be watching Champions League, so I'm not gonna be watching the show.
That'd be earlier. No, before. Obviously, I know the man that will be watching. I know the man that will be watching Champions League because it's that day. So we're gonna do the show earlier. Don't worry about that, man. I already know that. You think I don't want to watch? Come on. You think I don't want to watch the PSG? I thought just PSG game.
I'm trying to flex. I'm like, I'm
a man of football, man. So I had to.
That's why I was like, we got to do the show earlier because I'm like, I want to watch PSG. You know what we do?
Look at the chat trying to go after me after the one show. And I thought the funny thing is I'm not gonna even probably be at home, so you guys not gonna see me in the chat, man. I know you guys been waiting for that to see whatever.
People, as we were saying, the one-off podcast that's rebranded now, so that's called the Sarcastic and Savage podcast. Like I say, the Premier League podcast, Yardman edition, that'll be Saturday, that's debuting as well. So you lot got that to look forward to. And then of course, like I said today, the Manchester United Manchester City show. So we added, man, you're always adding to the squad, you feel me? Added the Manchester City fan. I've not patterned that like as a permanent host, but hopefully I may do that at a later date. But like I say, the Yardman edition, the Premier League podcast, that is 2 new recruits. So man, we always buying and upgrading here, man, all the time. We always adding quality here at Sarcasm City.
100%.
Big up to Sunshine as well.
I agree. By the way,
Ingleton.
Yeah.
Go on, Steve.
I was just gonna say, I forget who commented, but someone said Jez and Steve should just have a show where they talk about random shit.
Hey, I just want to say the Twitch is there. I will green light that in a heartbeat. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, man. Green light gang. We're to 50. A big up to Anderson St. John Ingleton says always bringing the entertainment on this channel. Big up Sarcasm City TV, A1 Banter. Hey man, we try. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as we can all be serious about our teams and passionate and break down tactics and break down how matches are gonna play, we gonna read jokes. Whether your team's good or whether your team's bad, and everybody's getting these jokes. Every team is getting these jokes. It don't matter who. We gonna run bants, man. There's other channels for all that serious stuff. Like no, like I'm a run jokes, man.
I'm on my what's it called? The Liverpool fan put it perfectly. I'm on my villain arc right now, people.
You just a villain. Ain't no arc. You know what I'm saying?
It's
just a villain, yo. You just been a bad guy for the longest.
No. You must have thought Aston Villa, mate.
Nah. See, the thing is, obviously, you should have been here last to get the content and context. You should have been here last.
That's a proper old man joke, you know. You didn't even catch that.
No,
I see my dad making that joke.
See, I'm the youngin' in it, so it's like
most of these men are youngins.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I hear that. You can see the grays in my beard. I'm like, okay.
I'm just saying. That's why I'm so onto Chelsea this season. Like, whatever, man. Like Chelsea fans, I'm watching.
We all have, but people, just to give the winners of each category. So most unforgettable goal because of the super chats from. It was Eli who won. Trossard. So Trossard's third goal for Arsenal. That was the most unforgettable goal. Most unpredicted result because Jason was also super chatting. But also won the poll was Newcastle United 4, Luton Town 4. Most unacceptable error by a landslide was Van Dijk and Alisson for Martinelli's goal. It was by an absolute landslide. Most untouchable manager was who won most untouchable? I always forget one. Who won most untouchable manager?
Oh, Dyche. Was it? No, it's not Dyche.
No. He was
Edwards.
Yeah, because of the super chat from Jason. So Jason, because he's super chatting, most untouchable manager was Rob Edwards of Luton Town, and it was an impressive result. He was an honourable mention anyway. 100%. And then most under the cosh manager again from Jason because of the super chat was Sean Dyche. Even though they drew, but that's how the show works, people. That's how the game does indeed work. Eli, I know you mentioned pro clubs is still broken, so no clubs. But if we get enough for GTA, we can run something. Let me know. And Jason, again, big up for the super chat. Jason, he says first time watching Toon Tactics, great addition. More of him is a must. Hey man, only bring the best over here. It
means a lot.
But yeah, go on, Jason.
It means a lot. It means a lot because obviously when I look at it, whenever I get invited to shows. It's like I'm walking into someone's house and meeting their family. So you guys have got a great chat, a great folks. And so, that means a lot. Seriously, that means a lot. Thank you.
To Jason. And that's a great analogy and a way to use it. And that's what they're on. Like, once you can run jokes, the chat gonna like you. Like, that's what the chat's about. Obviously, you need to know ball. But if you know ball and you can run jokes, they're with it. Like they don't want someone who's just a square who's just like no jokes, no bands. They be like, nah, this is dead. Like they want the personality. Like I know what the audience likes. Like 100%. They like people that like jokes as well. Like it's not
like
Ryan. That's the only reason why I'm here.
Nah, but but the thing is, Steve, you're a prime example. You know ball because you watch everything. You know what I'm saying? But you also run jokes. You also one thing about you is as a character. Can't say you lack personality. That's one thing is. You know what I'm saying? And what you saying? You ready for a GTA stream? All right, so we got 3. We need one more you man in it. But yeah, people, have a look out for that. We're not going to redirect straight.
I could download some GTA, but I couldn't get it done for today though.
No stress. But yeah, people, if Sheik and Eli are saying they're on it, cool. We'll make it happen. We will. You know what I'm saying? We'll make it happen. And hey, sarcasm's the highest form of wit, Stephanie G. I don't care what you talking about. And yes, Sunshine said it. We don't like frauds. People being themselves. That's another thing as well. That's one thing I like. And that's the greatest thing about like people in the chat or when people call in and they do be running jokes. I'm like, I get why you like the channel. I get why you watch. Everyone getting their jokes off. But Philip, great having you on. Fantastic debut. Let them know what else you got. Obviously, outside of the January transfer window video, let them know what you've got coming up, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, you can find you guys on YouTube on Toon Tactics TV as well as Instagram. Again, Toon Tactics. I can't remember all the names on it, like into how it goes, but I'm on TikTok, on YouTube, and Instagram. I'm going to be from this mid-February, going to be doing a more regular schedule. So like Mondays and Thursdays, having and putting out material. I haven't gone live just yet, but I'm building up towards it. So just look out for that.
Yeah. I'm telling you, don't go clear, man. Trust me. With your cards, trust me. Go live. Your audience are going to take
I saw now that I got the endorsement, I'll be looking forward to that. Absolutely. So yeah, that's the plans for February. Just mastering the art of content. I've only been at this is coming up to my 4th month, so it's incredible to be here as well.
You're natural. This is your 4th month. You trust me. You'll be fine. Yeah. I thought if you would have told me, right, I've been doing this for like 2-3 years, I would have been like, all right, makes sense. That's just like because you just composed with it. Yeah, you're well on your way. Steve, know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
So yeah, I got tomorrow, which is technically today for you guys. I got big game in Germany, Pokal, DFB Pokal, Leverkusen, Stuttgart, first versus third. Great game. So I got that watch along. Wednesday, I think there's a Strasbourg watch along. Thursday, Monaco versus Rouen, also some French Cup action. And then Friday, I forget what I penciled in, but probably Dortmund Freiburg. So I just got some watch alongs really coming up. So if y'all want some European info, that's where I'm for really. I'll let other people do the Prem stuff. So
that's your USP. So yeah, Strasbourg Steve, like if you like any football in Europe, you know what I'm saying, in particular in top 5 leagues, like whether it's France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Steve is your guy for watch-alongs. Because not only does he do the watch-alongs, man's also giving you information and will answer questions in regards to those watch-alongs and like break it down for you like it's a Premier League. Like it's a Premier League game. So yeah, man, salute to 100%. Everyone who's locked in. Like Jason again, big up for the super chat. Appreciate it. So Steve, man, more teams than a brothel. Hey, big up to you, Jason, every single time, man. That's just running jokes. But anyways, we are gonna close out, people. Obviously, doing the most. This show is here every Monday, midnight, people. The only reason we did one midweek is because it was midweek games. And let me not forget as well, this show and all the other shows on the channel, people, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So wherever you stream podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, wherever you stream music, type in Sarcasm City TV and this show, and all the other shows on the channel will pop up. So Spotify people, make sure you 5-star us, leave us a review. Just type in Sarcasm City TV, or the Spotify users, iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, make sure you 5-star us on there. Leave us a review. It's already on your phone if you have an iPhone anyway. You don't even have to download anything. So just click it, type in Sarcasm City TV. You don't even have to play it. You know what I'm saying? It just helps with the review and it helps with 5-star. And the same with SoundCloud or wherever you listen to podcasts as well. Because like I always say, you might want to listen while you're cooking, cleaning, driving, while you're at work. Maybe you're at the gym. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might be at work listening and you're like, you know what? I don't want to have the YouTube on. Maybe you don't want to see our faces. Maybe you prefer to listen on audio only. Whatever the case may be, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. Hope you lot have enjoyed this show. I really do enjoy doing the most. And this has been Doing the Most live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.